What's going on, everyone? So yesterday, I made a video giving a prediction that I thought the Los Angeles Lakers would beat the Phoenix Suns and win their first road game of the season, and that I thought that this could be a game that we point to and go, that was the turning point. And lo and behold, the Lakers beat the Phoenix Suns on the road, winning their first road game. Now, this game had several implications. One, it's the Lakers' first road win of the season after being 0-5 prior, which is terrible. Secondly, you're now 2-0 against the Phoenix Suns, which is good, right? That's tiebreakers, all kinds of stuff, right? Like, that's really good to be in. And then thirdly, you're now 1-0 in the in-season tournament. Now, we'll see if the Lakers really push for that. Lakers say that they're going to. LeBron even said, hey, it's 500,000. Now we're coming to get that or whatever. Again, I'm paraphrasing, but something along those lines. But the reason I want to talk about this is because I really do believe that this is a game that we could look back and go, okay, that was the turning point. Now, don't get me wrong. This wasn't a perfect game by any stretch of the imagination. The Lakers had their struggles. Another losing fourth quarter, in which they started off pretty good, right? The energy, the intensity was there. Lakers had a lead momentarily. Like, it was looking like, okay, they're heading in the right direction. And then, of course, that ends up happening, right? Lakers end up playing catch up the entirety of the game. And then in that fourth quarter, they turn it on like they do. They're one of the best fourth quarter teams in the entire league. Turned it on in the fourth and got the win. Or at least they're one of the best fourth quarter teams when they're not down 30 going into the fourth quarter. But the Lakers were able to close it out. And look, if the Lakers play like they did in the fourth quarter for a full game, you're not beating this Lakers team. Like, this Lakers team is going to win a lot of games if they can just string that together for an entirety of a game. Their defense was great. They were swarming. They were hitting shots. They were taking care of the basketball. They weren't turning over. They weren't giving up 100 offensive rebounds. Like, that was great. They were even getting their own offensive rebounds, which was really good, right? Like, we got to do a better job. Like, the rebounding was still a huge issue. Hitting shots early was a huge issue. Offense getting stagnant early. And our defense early on was terrible, right? We got to pick that up. Jared Vanderbilt's going to help a lot with that. Again, just like last year, Lakers are middle of the pack. Get Jared Vanderbilt. All of a sudden, they're number one in defense. I believe that'll be the case. But this was a game where several things happened that I think are a good inclination for the future of this season, right? One being Austin Reeves finally moving into that six-man role. Darvin Ham even talked about him being in that like Manu role, which I think is best for Austin Reeves because Austin Reeves gives you the same production regardless. Him starting is just a vanity metric, right? He's going to close the games. He was third in minutes behind LeBron and AD. Reeves, I believe, is best off the bench. Now, this doesn't mean that I still believe Austin Reeves can get back to the Austin Reeves we saw last year. And I do believe Austin Reeves is going to be good. I think he's in a bad stretch right now. And I think he'll eventually get out of that slump. I'm not really ready to sell my Austin Reeves stock or anything like that. And he was good this game, right? You saw that, right? And giving you 15 points and 7 assists off the bench, I mean, that's six man of the year numbers, right? Like that would be really good for the Lakers if he can maintain that. But I just think he gives you the same production regardless. I also think it opens the door so much for Austin Reeves because now he can kind of be Austin Reeves a little more rather than in that starting unit with D'Lo, with LeBron, and them just being on the ball so much. Reeves has to kind of find ways to fit in. Well, now he kind of gets his own unit. You can still run him with LeBron and D'Lo at times, as we saw in this game. But I think that that's best for this team. Another big thing was is this Cam Reddish's coming out party, right? Cam Reddish looked fantastic. Now, I don't think he shoots 5 of 8 from 3 and gives you 17 points a game, but him on both sides of the ball and just being impactful. And if his offense, if he can find any level of consistency, and by consistency, I just mean like, can he give us 8 to 10 points on any given night, right? That would be great. And because of his defense, his size, his versatility, like Cam Reddish could be a big player for us. And I love the Lakers finally gave us the starting five that I've been screaming for. Granted, instead of Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, which is the starting five I've wanted to see is DAngelo Russell, Taurean Prince, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. I think that is the best balanced starting five, and I think that gives the Lakers the best balance throughout the course of their entire rotation. Because now your bench unit is Gabe Vincent, again, when everyone's healthy, Gabe Vincent, Austin Reeves, Rui Hachimura, Christian Wood, Jackson Hayes, and then you have Cam Reddish as your plug and play guy in spots, maybe relieving Jared Vanderbilt, and you can kind of give him, 10 to 15 minutes a game here and there, right? Like that, I think would be the best approach for the Lakers. But if Cam Reddish can he get to 36% from three? If he can do that, there may be a real argument to start him over Taurean Prince. Imagine a starting five of DAngelo Russell, Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, LeBron James, and Anthony Davis. Good luck scoring on that unit. Cam Reddish has been very good defensively. And you add that with Jared Vanderbilt. I mean, your smallest guy is D'Lo, who's 6'5", and he's actually been pretty good defensively this year. Not great, but pretty good. And then you have all that switchability with Reddish and Vando. I mean, that'd be really good. Really good. So I really like that idea as well, but more likely than not, it'll be Vando with Prince, D'Lo, Davis, and LeBron James. And this was a great team win period. I mean, everyone had their moments in this game. I mean, LeBron James did LeBron James things, 32 points, 11 rebounds, 6 assists. But Anthony Davis, I know a lot of people felt like he should have done more, but he was huge in that third quarter. Huge. I mean, he had 10 points, I think, in that third quarter. Gave you 18 and 11 with 4 assists and 1 block. Again, first game back, and look, a lot of his shots were just falling short, right? So I imagine he'll kind of get back into the flow of things. How much of that was just first game back? How much of that was just him and his injury, it being a growing injury? Does that have an effect on him right now? Could be. But then, like I said, Reddish, D'Lo was the unsung hero early on, man. He single-handedly kept us in that game early on. Rui hit some big shots. Christian Wood hit some big shots, and Wood rebounded the ball excellent. Gave you 9 rebounds, which was great. Again, everyone kind of chipped in and had big roles. Taurean Prince had arguably the play of the game. I mean, to be in that corner, every other player on this team would have shot that shot. And Prince, that's what I love about Taurean Prince. Just his veteran experience and presence and calm is so huge for the Lakers. So huge. Because he could have taken that shot. No one would have blamed him. But instead, he stops. He was about to, but stops, says, no, let's run the clock, kill the clock. The defense makes an error, and he capitalizes on it, and boom, ball game. That's huge, right? And so I love what we're seeing from this team. I also think Reeves going to the bench is huge for DAngelo Russell and LeBron James, but more so DAngelo Russell, because now what that does is it removes the conflict that we saw early on. Obviously, defensively, our backcourt has been atrocious because Reeves has been just awful defensively, awful. Again, D'Lo's been serviceable, but he's not great. He's not elite defensively. So makes things tough. But now what that does is it makes you a little better defensively because you're putting in Prince. Still gives you the same level of shooting because Prince can give you 40%. I know he was bad shooting the 3 ball, but he has been around 40% this year for the Lakers. And what D'Lo gets to do is D'Lo now gets to be himself instead of kind of playing 1/3 of himself. And you saw that. He was able to be aggressive. He was able to kind of control the game early on. Gave you 19 points, 9 assists. He got to be the point guard more. Because now, the only 2 playmakers and ball handlers in the starting unit are LeBron James and DAngelo Russell. And LeBron James doesn't want to play point guard heavily. He'll play it in spots. He'll play it to close the game in the fourth quarter and stuff. But early on, he wants to kind of get everyone going. Well, now D'Lo, we got to see that pick and roll with everybody. We got to see guys run sets and D'Lo actually run the offense, and it was brilliant, right? And D'Lo hitting shots, I just think that that's what's best for D'Lo. I think it'll get him in the best rhythm. I don't think if you moved him to the bench, he would have the same impact, right? And I just think that Reeves moving to the bench not only allows Reeves to be Reeves and kind of unlocks Reeves a little more, but I think more importantly, it unlocks D'Lo, because now D'Lo gets to basically be the point guard. And I again, this is the first game in which D'Lo and Reeves both had a good game, and I don't think that that was a coincidence. I said that that would happen if Reeves would go to the bench, and I believe that that's going to continue to happen. Now, I'm not saying that they're not going to have bad games. In every game, they're both going to be good together. But I do think now, more times than not, you're going to see good games from D'Lo and good games from Reeves on the same night, because it gives you more of a balance. Now, D'Lo doesn't have to awkwardly play off the ball heavily and have to force the ball to Austin Reeves and allow him to play on the ball, and then LeBron. No, because now Taurean Prince plays off the ball, and he's great at it, right? Cam Reddish, Jared Vanderbilt, all those guys off the ball. LeBron James wants to play off the ball. It allows D'Lo to thrive and be the guy that he is best at, which is being the point guard. He's the point guard. Let him play point guard. When he plays point guard and actually is allowed to run the offense, more times than not, good things happen. Like even when you saw this Phoenix game, more times than not, when D'Lo was playing point guard, good things happened. So I really do. I really think, and I said it earlier, and it was great to be right in that game. I just wanted to win. And there was points in that game where I thought I was going to have egg on my face for sure. But I'm glad that the Lakers were able to pull this out. And I really do think, and again, they're far from a finished product. They still have a lot to work on. This was nowhere near a perfect game. But I do think that this is one of those games that very likely we can point to if the Lakers continue to have success and go, that Phoenix game was the turning point. That Phoenix game was the moment in which the Lakers kind of righted the ship and figured it out, right? And I am pumped if that's the case, because the Lakers are going to be very good. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you think that, no, this very likely could be the turning point game? Were you glad that the Lakers got the win? What did you think of D'Lo in this game? What did you think of Cam Reddish in this game? This is just a great team win. Great team win. Everyone had a hand in it. Everyone had a part to play in it. And you love those kind of games, right? But also, what do you think of Austin Reeves coming off the bench and being the sixth man? Do you love it? Do you think that's the best role for him? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.